Hello students. Today we will be starting earthquake. As we have been studying many disasters or many natural disasters like floods, tsunami and many others. So earthquake is also a natural disaster which leads to destruction of life, property and human. So it is a natural phenomena which is occurring in our country and in other countries also. So in this chapter we will be dealing that what are the various factors which lead to the earthquake and how earthquake occurs and how it is measured, because whenever the earthquake occurs it is given that it has a this much of intensity, so it causes that much of effect, and it has a low intensity, so it has a low damaging factor. So we will be discussing that how the intensity or how the damaging factor of the earthquake is mentioned, or how the various factors are responsible for the earthquake and what measures can be taken to be prevented from earthquake, or what measures should be taken if it comes to minimize the losses. And starting with earthquake, first we will discuss about that word earthquake means the phenomena which is related to the earth. So before starting this, we will be discussing about that how the earth is made up of, means what is the structure of earth. While discussing the structure of earth is basically, we all have seen a boiled egg. In boiled egg, we have different regions in it. Some one part is yellow, other is green, other is white. So we have different regions. So structure of earth is also like a boiled egg, and it is a uniformly solid. Being uniformly solid, it is consist of many shells. But all these shells have a common center. Means if we talk of circles, then the circle has a center. So these shells are also in a form of a circle and they have a common center. Hence, we say that the earth is considered to be a uniform solid, but it is consist of different concentric shells like a boiled egg. And these shells, which we have talked that there are shells, so these shells are divided into three parts. First is crust. In this figure, this part represents the crust. That is the uppermost layer or the outermost layer of the earth. As we move below, that is beneath, just beneath the crust, we have another layer of the earth, that is mantle. It represents the mantle. And going beneath to it, we get another, that is third layer, that is the core. Again, on this basis, on its location basis, it is divided into two parts, that is inner core and outer core. So this is the outer core, while beneath it we get inner core. Now we will be discussing about some features which are related to these three layers of the earth, starting with the uppermost or the outermost layer of the earth, that is crust. Crust, that is the outermost layer, first of all. Next, its thickness is not uniform. Means if we talk of the thickness, then on the landy area, means where the land is present, it has an average thickness of around 40 kilometers. But if we talk of water areas, means where there is a water, existence of water, then the thickness of this layer decreases. And when it decreases, the maximum range which can be reached in its thickness is about 10 to 12 kilometer. So the thickness of crust differs in land areas and in watery areas. So on the land areas, its average thickness is 40 kilometer. But if we talk of in watery areas, for example oceans and other water bodies, then its thickness is 10 to 12 kilometers. Now let us discuss about its another layer, that is mantle. Mantle is a layer which is just beneath the crust, and it is the most important layer of the earth because we are going to study about earthquake. So this layer, that is mantle, is mainly responsible for its occurrence. We will be dealing it after some time, but here that is sufficient. So mantle is the important also because it accounts for nearly half of the radius of earth. Means if we talk of radius of earth, then half radius of the earth is covered just by this alone layer, that is mantle. There are plates which are present in the mantle and they are in random motion. So the dynamic process which determine the movement of crust plates are powered by mantle itself. Means we will be discussing about plate tectonics. So the motion which is given to them is powered by the mantle. So for the movement of tectonic plates or for their collision or for any other factor which is related to their motion, it is related to mantle. Means it is powered by mantle. Mantle is responsible for it. Its structure is like a red hot rock which separates the Earth's metallic and partially melted rocks from the cooler rocks. Means mantle leads or acts like a layer of separation the which separates the hot rocks from the colder rocks, and it is mostly or it is commonly consists of silicate minerals which are itself rich in magnesium and iron. Now the density of this layer, that is mantle, increases with depth. Means as we move below it, means towards the core of the earth, its density increases and its range from where it increases is around 3.5 gram per cubic centimeter to around 5.5 gram per cubic centimeter, and the density, that is 5.5, is around the outer core. Means when we reach to the surface of the outer core, then its density reaches to around 5.5. Now let us discuss about another layer, that is core. In core we have segregated into two parts. So first we will discuss about outer core. Outer core has a thickness of about 2300 kilometers, which is constant, which do not differ. And its appearance is mainly in molten state, means semi-liquid, thick, or we can say thick liquid. and it is composed of iron and nickel and few traces of or few amount of sulfur also. Next we have inner core. Inner core has a thickness of about 1300 km. As we discussed that outer core exists in the molten form, but the inner core exists in the form of solid ball, means it is in the solid state. And it is mainly composed of iron only. So this was a brief knowledge about the structure of Earth. Now starting with the main topic, that is earthquake. Earthquake, as we discussed, that is a natural phenomena and is a disaster. So it is defined as a sudden movement or a rupture. Rupture means to fatigue out or to destroy out. The upper layer, that is we have discussed, is the crust, or the mantle. Upper layer means the uppermost layer of the mantle that is responsible for the earthquake. Means whenever there is some destruction in the uppermost layer or the outermost layer of the earth, then it leads to the earthquake and it results in the vibration of ground to a large scale movement of earth, causing a widespread damage over a large area. Means whenever it causes damage to the outermost layer, then these damages cause the vibrations, and these vibrations are made to travel to a large area. Hence, the earthquake is responsible for the destruction to larger areas also. Now, the science which deals with the earthquake and its related phenomena, means the science which tells that about the earthquake and its preventives and its safety measures, is known as seismology, while the phenomena which are related to earthquake, its emergence and its manifestations are called seismic. Now, while discussing about the mantle, we came across a term that is plates. So now we will be discussing that what are these plates. So starting with plate tectonics. The surface of earth is considered or is broken into many large pieces. These large pieces are termed as plates. The tectonics means, as we said, that the plate are known as the tectonic plates. So the word tectonic means study of rock structure. Means while studying the earthquake, we will be discussing that what are the phenomena or what are the changes which are taking place below the surface of earth. And below the surface of earth, the structure that is of rock structure. So tectonic means that what are the movements or what are the phenomena or what are the changes which are taking place in that rock structure which lead to the disaster. So the world that is divided into 7 large plates and several smaller plates. So in the whole world there are 7 large plates. Due to the slow movement inside the earth, these plates move with respect to each other. These plates are inside the earth's surface under a huge pressure and temperature. These factors lead to the motion of these plates, and as these plates move, the distance, or they do not cover a large distance but a few inches in a year. But the distance of few inches traveled by them develops a large amount of energy which is responsible for such rigorous geological activities. Means the energy which is released when the boundaries of these plates attract or come in contact to each other is very large, and due to it such geological effect or activities occur. The theory that the surface of earth is made up of lithospheric plates is called plate tectonics, and the theory explains the locations of earthquake, volcanic eruptions and many other factors. Means the plate tectonics are is a theory which deals with the surface of earth, but the plates themselves we can specify that the boundaries of plates are mainly responsible for such a effect. Thank you students. This was the brief knowledge about the earthquake.